Jake Paul was given the KO about a minute into the first round. Alright, let's talk about it. First, I'd like to extend my deepest condolences to those of you who spent money on this event. Ben Askren mentioned in his tweet this certainly was a circus, and not the fun kind. Though the clowns did come out in full force. Snoop Dogg was in the house Saturday night, as well as Pete Davidson. Surprisingly enough, Pete Davidson was not the most annoying person on the panel. No, that would belong to the man who was more invested financially than he was into actually watching a good boxing match.
World champion Jean Pascal and
get
also
my money, Jake.
contender.
Get my motherfucking money, Jake. 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 Get me my motherfucking money, Jake. Finish him. Finish him. Finish him. Finish him. Finish him. What a finish him.
And this one is over. Jake Paul. Jake Paul has finished up.
Jake motherfucking Paul. Give me my money, Jake. Give me my money. Give me my $2 million. $2 million motherfucking dollars, nigga. $2 million, cuz on the set.
So kudos to Snoop Dogg for not letting his personal bias get in the way of his professionalism. But anyway, beyond that, the entire show was a circus. That's the only way to put it. An absolute circus. In fact, I got so little enjoyment from watching this entire event that I don't even want to recap the final fight. What is there to recap anyway? But I will say this event has sparked a lot of intrigue in a lot of different parts of the MMA world. Most of it stemming from this altercation between Tyron Woodley and a boxer named J. Leon Love.
You don't know about no boxing gloves. You don't know about no boxing gloves, man. You don't know about no gloves, man. You know gravity like you know about these, man. You don't know about these, y'all. You know I can fight, though.
Go for the clout.
I ain't never doing it for the clout.
Chasing.
I do this.
Chasing.
I do this.
Chasing.
I do this, champ.
I got my belts. It's my dog day.
But you don't know about these, though. You don't know about these, though, young blood.
You trying to amp himself up into one?
No, I'm just saying. Who, me? Never. Come on, man. You can't with me any day of the week. Never.
What's your name again?
J. Leon Love.
J. Leon Love.
Yeah. Yep. Signed to Al Heyman.
Oh, cool.
Been a champ already. Did that. I got my belts too, champ.
I'm already Hall of Fame, bro.
That's cool. That's good. You still can't with me.
All right, my
If
man.
we talking about that.
Ain't no money behind you, bro.
Ain't no money behind you. Your just went down, didn't it?
Ain't no money behind you.
Did your stock just go down?
My stock's still there.
Your stock ain't there, bro.
My stock's still there. And I got 5 world. And I got 5 world titles.
You don't know about these.
I got 5 world
You don't know
titles.
about these, young champ.
I got 5 world
Young
titles.
champ, you don't know about these. All right, you don't know about these.
I got 5 world titles. That's all I gotta say.
Yes, Tyron, that is all you have to say. That is all you need to say. So for a bit of context for this clip, Tyron was backstage inspecting the boxing gloves, as anyone would, as I would, even though I know nothing about boxing, when J. Leon Love approaches and he starts trashing him, saying Tyron Woodley knows nothing about boxing gloves or whatever kind of flex he's trying to put on. And then you see this point about halfway through and Tyron says, "What's your name again?" And you see the full insecurity just come out in the body language, the facial expression drops, Yeah, got my belts too. Let me just say all this stuff to protect my giant inflated ego. And then he tries to go on the offensive with Tyron. And Tyron's just keeping it a bean. He says plain and simple, there ain't no money behind your name. And then it's a true statement, but boy's feelings get hurt again. Then he starts saying, oh, your stock is down. Your stock is down. Tyron says, my stock is high. And I ain't saying it's the highest it's ever been, but you here talking to him, ain't you? You're trying to talk something into existence. You got your boys cringing in the background. And then you're standing there holding up freaking pillow mittens with shoelaces in them, talking about you don't know this life. Yeah, step into my world where you're not allowed to knee or elbow or kick or slam or grapple or pull off submissions. Yeah, immerse yourself in the real hardcore world of boxing where you can't do 85% of what you would in a real fight. But hey, at least you can punch right. But don't forget, as I'm mercilessly beating your ass, that some of the punches are banned and you can only hit people in about less than 50% of their body, but hey, don't worry. If you need to slow your opponent down, just punch their hips. That always works in a real fight, right? Just ask Stephen A. Smith. But I digress. I really do have a lot of respect for boxing and boxers and their craft. But to go up to an MMA fighter and act like, oh, you don't know this life, you don't know this life. You might as well just be a little church choir girl with the hymnal book in your hand saying, oh, you ain't know this, son. What you gonna do when the teleprompter cuts out mid-service, boy? I know these songs front to back. I live that life. But the great thing that's really come from this is all the hate. There's just a lot of people, including myself, this really gets under our skin. Perhaps most annoyed of anyone was Daniel Cormier. I think he had a lot invested into Ben, not financially, but he really wanted him as a fellow high-tier wrestler, collegiate wrestler. I think Daniel Cormier really wanted to see Ben Askren put this kid away. You can see in this post DC is a little bit flustered. He's responding to trolls, powerful CRE, whatever the heck that is. I mean, the way this dude talked to T Wood makes my skin crawl. All these kids are going to get taught a lesson, I swear, and I can't wait for it. J. Leon Love, you can't fight. Better respect dudes like T Woodley before he puts his hands on you. He ain't Ben. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end it on that note. That event sucked. Like and subscribe. I'm out.